It's October 21st, and during the Drew Barrymore show, it's 10/21/2021. This commercial comes on. Hang on. They usually have some kind of a lawyer, but this.
Optimum has built a new 100% fiber network to optimize your experience with the fastest possible speeds straight into your home. Get uploads as fast as downloads for seamless working, streaming, and gaming. Optimum's 100% fiber network will make you feel like you're playing in real time. We didn't just build the network of today. We built a 100% fiber network for whatever technology comes tomorrow. And we're making it available in more homes every day. Right now, extremists...
Okay, I'm in Queens, and Lou has something called Verizon. He doesn't have Optimum. So my question is...
Extremists around the country?
Oh, and here, look, extremists attacking. Oh, look, it just all seems to fall into line.
Are jeopardizing our healthcare and taking away our freedoms. It's extremely important to
All right, anyway, so with that being said... Oh. Okay, more importantly, this, where it has these lines of electricity. See, these are houses all over here, and then it has these lines of electric. This is what I'm talking about with arcing and sparking electric hitting my biology, which I call vampire shock, VAMPRESHOCK, for my one medical journal of how I'm being hurt and I don't know where to turn because the doctors are not exactly on my side in their God's work, which I tend to differ with.
Optimum has built a new 100% fiber.
And here's the thing, when you walk through the streets, this is kind of what it feels like. You're walking through an electrical grid, and it starts to mark up the face and the body. And then it hurts the body machine. And now you've got competing. Like, this is just Optimum with this thing. Then you've got competing with Verizon, Optimum, Comcast, Spectrum. I mean, like, there's a whole slew of them competing. I don't see where I'm being protected. And then, like, look, it just, it has no barriers. It's physics. And it's defying the laws of physics by some Bluetooth, unbeknownst, unconditioned new corporate network. So this is what I'm currently having a problem with, and it's really hurting. And I'm also being withheld from employment, stipend, and ability to care for myself. I can't afford my own housing structure. The one that I'm in refuses to let me clean my clothes in a washing machine and refuses to allow me to shower. Once a week, she just said I could shower. Whoopee. So now she doesn't even, and she doesn't feed me. She won't feed me anymore, but I have no access to food. So which way is this going, humans? I'm just curious, because I know there's a lot of you that get city, like, homeless funds, and they just said this morning on CBS News they're pouring a whole lot of money into how homeless shelters and stuff. Is that another one of those NFL things that goes 75% to everything I'm not? Because I keep getting discriminated against where I can't get the same services as the people in the majority of New York City at this point that have just been accumulating over my lifetime. This is the flag that symbolically is flown at those NFL games. And this is what I've been working on within the tetra of what's missing of tetratamonogron. On the same repoggle, which is up there as a reference. Along with the rest of my medical journal. Well, I'm trying to stabilize my feature because there's a lot of physics that is misbehaving, and I don't know where to turn or who to whom to address because there's nothing in the local area. I mean, do you go to NYPD? Yeah, really? What do you say to them? Take me to your leader? Right, yeah, sure. That's gonna work. What do you, and FDNY, I mean, it's just an engine house at this point. And then there's one crossover gentleman that comes in with a bulletproof vest, which you're like, wow, that's a different kind of fireman. Don't know what that looks like because they didn't put that on Chicago Fire show on TV. But he's got a health ministry cross in the back, so I'm like, let's give this a shot. So I spoke with him when he comes to the neighborhood. I tried to at least touch base or get some kind of face-to-face, like, she's strange, but I know who she is, or I've seen her. She lives there, kind of a thing. So that happened. And that's it at the moment. I just find it interesting that they're doing the truth in advertising campaign at the moment with Optimum, which is whom I used to have, but when they ask or when they offer these services, they don't explain how physics works or how the service works. They also don't explain that there might be any health disadvantages whatsoever. And they certainly never state that, like, the electricity could jump from the wall. And now, like, I mean, even with Alexa and, like, a Bluetooth situation, which is a voice command, so there's always some kind of physics disruption in the room, like, it doesn't register. Like, I know with Lynn, it just doesn't register. I try to talk to her. Even my Benjamin and my Alexander will sit and try to jump theory with me. Because I know he's, like, trying to disprove me, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm all right with that, kiddo. But it's Benjamin who comes at me with a real discernment of another kind that I'm not appreciative of. So I don't pursue his acknowledgement ever. I really go at it with Alexander, but, like, in a loving Alexander the Great and Catherine the Great having a conversation as mother to son of, like, no, I stole you out of the cosmic nursery. I loomed and weaved your skin into this beautiful artwork piece. I housed you in my body cavity, and now you're mine in my museum, my night at the museum, to communicate with on an angelic point of view, to try to help this situation that's going on with the physics and the humans selling each other dangerous, disruptive science projects and then hurting us, me personally, for trying to get out of this type of arrangement with their crazy money-making department and schemes. Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361, and it's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken.